Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 1 second. Gotta get this out. There we go. Alright. Now, hello, ladies and gentlemen. About time. I'm finally back home. I went out eating for dinner, and then I cut the grass and such. Did all that stuff. Took a good shower. But, anyways, I treated myself. Sorry if you can hear a dog in the background. But I went to a nearby comic book store. They're about 7-8 minutes away. Maybe 10 minutes, like 7 to 10 minutes if most, away from my house. And I went there a week ago and such. Was looking around, and I seen some stuff. I was like, okay, it's pretty good, pretty cool stuff. A little comic book shop, not super big, but I'm like, hey, the guy had some pretty cool wrestling stuff, a bunch of comic books. He had a glass case with some Godzilla stuff in there. I'm like, okay, Well, I went back there today, and last time I did not see this figure whatsoever. And yes, for a very, very long time, I was collecting the L-Jans for a long time. I'm not stopping the collection. However, I'm not stopping the L-Jan wrestling figure collection. I would love to continue doing that. But, I seen this, Godzilla Kaiju, or Kaiju if you want to call it. And I was like, you know what? He is one figure I don't have of at all. Now I've been having a bunch of Godzilla stuff since 9 years old. I've been collecting Godzilla stuff. I mean, I have probably a stack of Godzilla movies that are like this big. Yeah, all DVDs. Well, I have 2 Godzilla movies that are VHS as well, but besides that, then I have like a full tote of Godzilla stuff. There's tons of Godzilla things. You can even probably see some of it in the background. I don't know if you can. I have some of it actually displayed in the background there on my shelves and dresser and everything. So I seen this figure, and I'm like, he's a pretty hard one to come across. Normally, the only way to really get this figure is buying it off eBay, Amazon, or the what is it? There's another site or something that you can get Godzilla figures. I think it's called Hobby Link Japan or something like that. I don't know. But I seen this kaiju today, and I'm like, I don't have one thing of this kaiju at all. And I was looking and looking and looking for so many times of, at comic book stores and everything if they would have this kaiju. Well, finally, I went to a comic book store, and they finally did. I went back to my nearest one, and they did. And no other hold than Orga. Finally have an Orga in my collection of Godzilla memorabilia and everything. So, yeah. Finally have an Orga in my collection. This is supposedly the back of him is all Velcroed and everything, so if you, detach the Velcro, it's kind of, coming off and everything. This Velcro is really old, and it doesn't stick well. But, there we go. Yeah, if you take the back of him off, there's, a little, compartment you can unscrew and put batteries in there, and it's supposed to make, sounds, apparently. It's supposed to make sounds, apparently as well, that this came, right when the Godzilla 2000 movie came out, or Godzilla 1999 came out. They were releasing this and the Godzilla, and both of them made sounds and everything. I do not have the Godzilla. I don't even have the packaging, but, I seen this, though, and I was like, hell yeah. I don't have an Orga figure. I don't have anything of Orga. I always thought Orga was a pretty unique kaiju. So, to say the least. I mean, I don't. And the thing is, I know there's collectors out there that love collecting the SH Monster arts and the what is it called? The ones that are statues. I forgot the name of those ones as well. They're like statues kind of. Some people say they're 50 centimeter, 25 centimeter, ones like those. I forgot the fucking name, but in the NECA ones, But my thing is, I always screw up with the Bandai Godzilla figures. So anytime I see a Bandai Godzilla figure, I'm gonna buy it. And especially if it's one that's kind of rare and it's hard to come across. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to get the more like statued ones and everything, but there's so much fucking money. So, and I'm perfectly fine with collecting the Bandai ones. Heck, time from time, I like to go back as a little kid and mess with these and play with these. I admit it. What can you do with a statue? Just sit there and admire it and look at it is all you can do. So, but yeah, the back of them, I mean, it sits on there. It doesn't really like sit well. But yeah, apparently I can unscrew the back of them, and then boom, I can end up putting batteries in them and such. So, but here's Orga. He doesn't have any leg articulation, no head articulation, only tail articulation and arms articulation. His arms can go about that far back. That's how far both of his arms can go. Not much, but I mean, so. Same thing for this arm. It can go about that far back. Can't really do much. But, yeah. And I actually got this for a relatively not crazy price, but for a good price. I have seen this Orga go for about $150, $120 something dollars. So I got it for about $90 something dollars, in that range. I also have seen it go for $60 and $80, but normally if it's in pretty good condition, it's about like $120, $150 item I have seen this go for. So, not bad at all. I'm finally happy that I have an Orga in my collection. The back of him here is a little bit, I don't really like how they just had this, be Velcroed. But, besides that, I mean, what can you really do? I wish they, in a spot in him, had it to where, they screwed something in him, and you have to unscrew it to get to the, compartment to put batteries in. But, I mean, it is what it is, So, pretty cool nonetheless. We got Orga here from the Godzilla series, Godzilla 2000. Pretty cool. Not gonna lie, pretty cool. I just wish the only thing they did was, put some screws in it, and then you have to unscrew it to get the back off. Besides that, though, it is what it is. Orga.